we have already started talking about so much time has passed ever since the new year has come, which brings so much of excitement and things to look forward to, positive things to look forward to, as it is the number, numerically it is the number 9 year, and as per numerology, number 9 is supposed to be one of the most rewarding numbers. It has a lot of offerings. So, talking about offerings, all of us who have our New Year resolutions absolutely in pace, and few of us who must have already fizzled out of the resolution, today we bring in a very, very interesting topic, which is manifestation. And what is manifestation? It's like when we dream about our dream jobs, meeting a soulmate, having finding or improving our health. Okay, so manifestation is the process of bringing our thoughts, our intentions into incorporating it with our mind, body and spirit, and get the desired result that we get. So today we have a very renowned speaker. She has been practicing manifestation and wellness for a very long time. She is Kanack Israni, and she is, let me just check. I can see Kanack getting, yes, and here she is. Hi, Kanack.
Hello. Oh, hi, Sunindita.
How are you?
Very well. How about you?
I'm good too. So just before you joined in, I was just telling our viewers that, we have what manifestation is all about. We make a lot of resolutions, but we don't end up manifesting them. So manifestation is the process of, bringing our thoughts, our intentions into reality. It's, aligning it with our mind, body, and our spirit with the desires that we have.
Right.
So to introduce Kanack, before I straight away jump to our interesting session, Kanack is a professional tarot reader, spiritual wellness and manifestation coach. She has helped hundreds of people achieve their goals through her powerful insights and her guidance. Welcome, Kanack, once again.
Thank you, Sunindita. Thank you so much for that very good introduction that you gave about me. And thank you, Searching Soulmates, for inviting me over for this chat on manifestation, which is actually something that I'm always up to talk about. And I'm sure the viewers will find it very interesting. So let's get started.
Okay. So very basic से शुरू करते हैं. Like I'm sure there are so much of talks going about manifestation. इतने reels बन रहे हैं. There are so many influencers who keep giving us कि ये करने से अच्छा है, वो करने से अच्छा है. So कभी-कभी clarity है, कभी-कभी थोड़ा cluttered भी लगता है with too much of information. So exactly for the layman, exactly what is manifestation?
Okay, so to put it in very, very simple words, I would just quote something which Shah Rukh said in one of his movies. किसी भी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात लग जाती है उस चीज को आपसे जोड़ने के लिए. So this is exactly what manifestation is. So you put an intention onto something and then you take actionable steps to achieve it, and then you get onto that goal. So आप मान लो that Shah Rukh just wanted to be with Deepika and had not actually taken those steps to actually be with her, it would have never gotten manifested that way. So it's exactly that. You just align and rewire your emotions, your intentions, and put them with combine them with actionable steps. And then coming on to what Instagram, what we see, there's an overload of information on manifestation, and it also being the most searched Google word in the year 2024. So there's a difference in content creation and there's a difference in what manifestation actually is. So what I always suggest my clients and the viewers who are watching us is always follow one coach. Always have one coach जिसके आप tips पे आप काम करो and then you implement those instead of parallelly reading books, going through so many handles, and there's so much of content fatigue these days. So I really would suggest a total avoiding to do all of those things. Just follow one coach and implement those steps. That is more important rather than just having to scroll onto those manifestation reels.
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are times when, on the same topic, two different people are talking, but the approach is also very different. So, as you rightly said,
Yeah.
one follow only one. Okay. So, coming to this one only, so because it is such a, in thing nowadays, तो इसके साथ काफी सारे myths भी है because अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग चीज बोलते हैं सबका अपना एक
Absolutely.
तो कई सारे myths hai. So tell me something, or please help. What do I say? Debunk the myths of manifestation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. As you said, there are many, tons of myths about manifestation. One you must have definitely come across is be positive. Think positive thoughts. That is one thing. Yes, हमको बचपन से बताते हैं that be positive. आपके मुंह में सरस्वती होती है. You should never utter something that's negative. That is one thing, but that is not what you call manifestation. I will reiterate on that fact that it's not. It may sound mystical, but at the same time, it's very deep rooted in the psychology of intention. It is to actually do with visualizing what you have after that success that you have achieved. So it is actually feeling that emotion beforehand. Manifestation is that technique wherein you feel that emotion beforehand. Okay, I am supposed to get 99 in my CAT or MAT examinations, whichever I am appearing for. So you don't aim for that number. You actually want to aim at that emotion which you get after you score 99%. So one myth that is there is that, think positive and positive things will come and, you will attract positive things. It requires action. It requires you to study for that particular exam and subject. That's one. Then there's a lot of misconception and about manifestation in the way that, okay, you pray to God, in spiritual sense I'm talking, you pray to God and then you sit back and relax. You don't do anything about that prayer that you have just made to God, and then you lose your patience too soon. You sit at it.
बचपन से हमको ये भी बताया जाता है ना कि God help those who help themselves.
Exactly.
So वही प्रे करके छोड़ देने से भगवान भी क्या करेंगे?
क्या करेंगे? That's what it is. So patience is the key. One thing नहीं ये भी हो जाता है ना that we give up on it too easily. I asked God अच्छा नहीं हुआ then चलो छोड़ो.
I'm angry with you.
I'm angry and I will totally withdraw from those things which I've actually wanted, and I totally stop myself from taking those steps. Then what happens is we lose patience and then things go for a ride and then we keep on blaming our own selves and then we get into that thing that manifestation doesn't work. It is something that doesn't work for us. Or maybe this is something that did not, it was not meant for me. No, there is nothing as this. Whatever is meant for you will actually catch you, even if you don't catch that. But the only thing is that you need a little patience with manifestation that way. And yes, you need to help yourself.
So we need to have, actionables. We need to take steps towards what we manifest and also have patience. So
Absolutely.
These two myths that you manifest and you get it, it does not happen.
Yeah, it's like you sitting on a couch with a bag of chips and then you manifest a six-pack abs. No, that ain't happening. You need to hit the gym. You must visualize that you're hitting the gym. That's what it is.
So, tell me something like what are some powerful techniques for effective manifestation? Like अगर एक बार बोलने से नहीं हो रहा है, so कुछ तो सही वे होगा, तो वो सही वे पेशेंस रख के तो तब होगा जब मेरे को पता होगा मैंने ठीक से किया है. So वो सही वे क्या है?
Absolutely. So there are tons of that methods of manifestation. And some are very common, like visualization is one, and then there are positive affirmations, and then there is a gratitude practice that you can do, and then there are vision boards. So all of these, I'm sure you must have heard it somewhere or the other. So I'll just drop a few lines on it one by one to explain you what exactly each of these do. And then it's not like you need a combination of all of these to do. Either you need a combination of all of these, or one may also work perfectly fine with you. So it totally, whatever resonates best with each individual, they can pick up whatever technique that suits them best. So visualization mein what we basically do is, as I also said before, we spend each minute, each day visualizing, imagining our goals. We sit with ourselves, imagine those goals as if they are getting fulfilled or they have already fulfilled. So we always visualize as if it's already done, and we visualize it in present tense. It's not like I want this, it is like I have it. That's what we visualize. And again, you must visualize the feeling that you get after the achievement of that particular desire that you have. This is called visualization. And then the more specific with you are in terms of your visualization, the more clearer signals you send to the universe. That's what it actually. Suppose you manifest yourself driving a car. You have to be really clear about the specifics of it. Okay, a luxury car. Okay, the color should be this, and I should own it. I remember a client actually, visualized it so much, and then she manifested a car. She always wanted a luxury car. She finally manifested driving a luxury car. But at the same time, what I discovered later when she, opened up with this entire story, she said that it was the neighbor's luxury car that she was driving, because she only manifested that part, her driving the car. She did not manifest that she owns it. So the moral of the story here is that you should also define ownership. You should be so specific about it, whatever you are visualizing.
Like if I'm manifesting a house, so I have to manifest like I want a house, a 3-bedroom house with 3 balconies in a residential complex, which will minimum give me a swimming pool and a nice banquet,
Yeah,
where the neighbors are good. Okay.
exactly that.
And it's a gated community.
Exactly that way. That is the way. And then you have to be very practical about it. Whatever you are wanting, actually, your actual desire should not be like, I want to land on Pluto, which doesn't even exist now, out of the solar system. So that's how your desires need to be very practical. And then you must just visualize it with total clarity and be patient with it. Other technique is positive affirmations. So every day you pen down few positive affirmations to rewire your subconscious mind. For example, I'm worthy of success and abundance. Saying that, or maybe penning it down positive, with a positive frame of mind. So with this affirmation, it's not always in an instant. You will never feel that it's coming from within. It is a practice and a ritual. You have to do it on an everyday basis to actually come to that feeling of, okay, yes, this is what I feel now. I feel successful and I feel abundant now. So this basically, where people go wrong is exactly here, that after 2 days they'll say, अब क्या करना है? Why should I do it the third day? But then yes, it's a practice. It's a regime that one must follow in order to rewire their subconscious mind. And that never happens in an instant, right? So that's the second most powerful technique, affirmations. Then we have this gratitude practice. This is the third most powerful technique. In gratitude practice, what we do is we pen down 3 things that we are grateful for about each day. We do this. And then what gratitude exactly does it, when we thank, we open doors to, receiving more. That's what it gets us. So our receiving antenna gets switched on, and when we have the habit of thanking others, it may be our house help, it may be our friends, it may be our family who do tons of things for us, but we are so thankless. So that's something that yeah. Sometimes we don't even thank ourselves for putting so much work.
I always say that, when things go wrong, we take shelter in God. Okay. प्लीज गॉड इस बार पास करा दो, प्लीज गॉड इस बार ये दिला दो, प्लीज गॉड इसको ठीक कर दो, उसको ये करा दो, एवरीथिंग. बट द मोमेंट वी गेट दैट, वी नेवर thank the God back. How many of
Absolutely.
us go back and say thank you very much that I have got this? Okay. So I just have one question. All this positive affirmation, practicing gratitude, you were talking about writing it down. So is it only writing it down, or when whichever mode you're praying, or you're trying to connect with the universe, you say it also? Does it have to be writing, or what is the practice? I'm
Right.
not getting right or wrong, but
Right.
what is the practice?
Right. So there is no right or wrong. Manifestation, as I said, is a process, but it does not have a fixed methodology to practice it. You can either pen it down or you can either visualize it, whatever resonates better to you, or whichever way you think that you may be able to perform best. Like with few people I remember during our school days, people used to write down entire chapters in order to memorize. Right. And with different people, it's differently that it works. With me, it was always like I would just flip the pages, and that's how I used to memorize. So similarly with manifestation, you can use any methodology, but the process remains the same. You set an intention, you wait for it, you wait in patience, then you put steps, right? And then you get detached with it. You don't get over obsessed over the conclusions of it, or for the results of it to just come. Suppose you order a pizza. I'll just highlight an example. You order a pizza, you select on Swiggy that these are the toppings I want and this is the crust that I want, and then you place an order, add to cart. Then you sit back and you have to wait till the delivery comes to you at the doorstep. That wait period is essential. Although Swiggy has made it really, for us impatient people, it is really delivering in like 10 minutes. Manifestation takes a little bit longer than that. So here what you do is that wait period is essential. Instead of just obsessing over the pizza to just arrive at your doorstep and calling the delivery guy again and again that when are you coming, and checking the status of it, just sit back with yourself and let the manifestation happen on its own. So this is what I call let go. You must detach yourself after, setting an intention, putting actionable steps. You have done your part. Now let universe also do its own part. That's what it is. And talking about the methodology, it's totally up to each its own, whatever suits them best.
Taking a cue from here, how do we, make manifestation a part of our daily life?
Right. So daily life में what each one of us has a daily routine regime. Otherwise also it may be something which is their fitness regime, or it may be something that they do in their puja also, whatever they do in their daily practice. There are some 3-4 things that they can do on an everyday basis. One is the morning intention setting. It sets the tone for the day. You set an intention for the day. For example, today I attract a lot of love and prosperity, and I'll be in my best self. This is what you want to, this is what intention you have set. Right? You imagine, then you visualize, you either have a vision board in front of you where you keep on looking at it on an everyday basis. So then you set that morning intention or the tone for the day, and that way what happens is your morning is good. And we always have this belief that if your morning starts good, then your entire day is very fruitful. So every day that will come back in your mind throughout the day, it will just, it will come back to you that, okay, something good is about to happen, or this is why it happened, because I intended for it to happen in my morning intention setting. So this is one daily routine that one can practice. Then there is mindfulness, which I think a lot has been spoken about it, but not many actually do it or implement in their daily lives. Practicing deep breathing for 5 to 10 minutes a day, then this also helps us rewire our subconscious mind. When we spend times only with ourselves without any distractions, it helps us streamline things in a better way and also makes us very positive. Again, manifestation, we are better prepared to manifest things that way when we are also very solid, when we work on our inner selves that way. So mindfulness is one very brilliant technique which all of us should inculcate, even if we are not intending to manifest anything for that matter. Then there's daily gratitude, as I said, thankfulness. practicing that on an everyday basis, it really, uplifts our state of mind. And also it makes the other person feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wrote down. So coming to our next questions, if I'm doing it on a daily basis, let me take my example. So I'm sure, like initially I will be fully charged. Okay, matlab come hail storm, I will be doing writing down and everything. But then it will hit a roadblock. So वो क्या challenges होते हैं जो लोग on a day to day life में face करते हैं and how to overcome while practicing manifestation.
Right. So आप बोल रहे हो ना that you may be very regular for like 15 days and then you'll say okay अभी छोड़ो ना क्या करना है.
आज नहीं
That will
एक से क्या हो
एक
जाएगा.
दिन से क्या हो जाएगा. that is very common. We keep on jumping queues. अगर हम कहीं लगे हुए हैं then we keep on hopping from one queue to the other, seeing कि कौन सा पहले हम jump करके पहले line skip कर ले और कैसे हम अपने destination पे सबसे पहले पहुंच जाए. We keep on changing our paths. That way, the destination will, we are pushing it farther away. So we must always remember that when we have set, commitment is one thing and manifestation is definitely not for the lazy people. No, manifestation requires a lot of hard work and I'll not say hard work, lot of work and practical steps to be taken. So lazy people need to buck up and really, put their act together. This is one hindrance that comes in the way. We must remember that very moment that if we keep on delaying our plans, then universe will also delay its own plan in order to give you stuff. It will also say अच्छा ठीक है कल परसों दे देंगे, so what, एक दिन में क्या जा रहा है. Exactly that. Then there's one more challenge that people face. There's a lot of self-doubt. Whether we are limiting our own beliefs when we are setting that entire intention to manifest a certain goal. For example, we say कि ये मेरे से हो पाएगा क्या, or am I worthy of this? So this way we put labels onto our own selves. We are limiting our own selves of achieving something, then how will the universe actually give us that? That is not how it works. Self-doubt is something that you have to just push it out of the window. You just throw it out, and you have to believe that you are capable of what you are desiring. That is when the magic will actually happen, right? So you have to drop all labels. Then, as I already said, that there's a very challenging situation that comes when people are too attached to their desire. They must learn the art to let go. They have done their part of work. They have put their actionable steps into place. Now they just should wait. There's a wait period. They must just wait and let things fall into place on their own. Then there's impatience that comes into picture. You tend to get a lot of impatience, like okay, I've waited so much, now what, maybe it's not meant to me and it won't happen. No, that's not it. Whatever you've intended, it must happen, but you have to be consistent with it. You cannot just do it at your own pace. Today I feel like doing and tomorrow I may not. That's not how it works, right?
Sometimes the person is maybe also feeling very low spiritually or emotionally, so that time there is a lot of self doubt. What to do about that?
So self-doubt is something that we are all suffering with. This is one problem we all have at each stage in life. This is
Also
where
motivation.
That motivation, where should we get it from? I think these are a few situations. If you're always facing some level of self-doubt and then you're not able to overcome it, there you need to reach out to an expert, or you reach out to someone that you trust. It may be someone with your someone in your family, or it may be someone with that wise wise sense that guides you through the thing, that okay, which tells you black is black and white is white. So family is one. Then having wise people in family sometimes may get difficult. So that is when you must just seek some support, some mentorship from some expert, where they can actually guide you that okay, this is your self limiting, this is something that is limiting you to be your own best. Then they work on it from an internal level, and then that's how things get sorted on it with guided and support of a mentor, which is sometimes not required. But yes, these self doubts, and sometimes it comes and goes away with time. But if it is always happening and it's a pattern, then you must seek some advice from a professional, right?
So, you know, while manifesting, we talk about connecting with the universe. Okay, many of us, relate universe with our spiritual connection also. When we भगवान बोलें जो भी है उसको हम यूनिवर्स के साथ कनेक्ट करते हैं. So, how does spirituality, okay, tie into manifestation?
Right. So talking about the practical aspect of it, it's just easier to visualize something in its form. Right. Why we believe in God today, keeping all the religion and all the beliefs aside, it's just easier to visualize something of power when we put some characteristics to it. Exactly that is what spirituality does. Suppose you are working on manifestation today. It's like you going on a live session using your mobile network, okay? And the moment you switch to your Wi-Fi network, it is more seamless, right? We always see that whenever we are surfing online, or whenever we are, watching a movie on Netflix, Wi-Fi is our most preferred, way to how we want to view a film, right? We want to connect to Wi-Fi before, yeah. Exactly, that is what spirituality does to us. It makes us better prepared from within, and then manifestation becomes effortless. Right now, for a person who is, less spiritual or not at all spiritual, manifestation may look like an effort. Okay, I have to do this, and it will be very procedural for that person. But someone who is already rewired their subconscious mind and has always been spiritual, manifestation is like very effortless for them. Whatever they say may get manifested in seconds. This is what I'm saying from my personal experiences and belief. I have also been a person, like, I've been very spiritual through the past 15 years of my life, and I see things how different they were before this and how different they have been through this entire journey of me being, spiritually inclined and then trying to manifest something. Now I am now associating myself with that abundance more. I don't focus on that, 1 lakh rupees that I want today. I focus on the happiness that I would get after achieving that goal of mine, or what will I exactly do with that 1 lakh rupees that I get today. So I focus on that part. But this becomes effortless. You skip a few steps if you're already spiritual. You need not go through that step 1, step 2, step 3 things of manifestation. It becomes that effortless as a ride.
Okay, for example, if you have to give an example, with spirituality, we tend to generally have our gods who are related. So while manifesting, you close your eyes. I'm just giving an example, like, but it's like you close your eyes and you try to connect with the universe. So in that case, in that moment, if your favorite god comes to your mind, okay, and we generally tend to have a conversation with our god,
Yes.
okay, and have our own style of conversation. Somebody is sad, somebody is always angry, always complaining, somebody is adjusting. So is it that connection while I am manifesting, it's like for example, like, I want a house, I want let's say my daughter's college admission. So is it like reaching out to god while manifesting? Is how it works when we discuss about connecting spirituality or and manifestation? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, so practically no.
Okay.
Okay, but yes, otherwise. Practically no, because in practical sense there's no God, as they say. But yes,
But that belief,
what exactly? Yeah, that belief system,
power.
putting it aside, spirituality is something not to do with God. But the belief system in God makes it easier. The form, when we imagine that, yes, I want to, seek, I imagine or visualize Ganesh Bhagwan, then my way of explaining or expressing my desire changes. And when I have nobody to imagine or visualize, then it becomes a little difficult for me to express exactly who am I asking. People may not understand the concept of universe that much, but they will understand that, okay, I need to ask for this to my favorite god. That way it becomes easier. So आप दोनों वे में सेम ही कर रहे हो. Those who understand what universe is, for them it's like, yes, they're clear about it, that I have to be positive and then I have to, take some actionable steps in order to get what I want. In this, it is the other way, that you imagine your favorite god in front of you, you tend to express yourself better, right? And then, but the result is the same, whatever you choose. Yes.
People,
Find it easier.
easier.
Absolutely. Relatable. Absolutely.
If a certain topic is being discussed so voraciously, and manifestation is one of those topics which is there, okay, so there has to be some relevance to it, and definitely people would want to talk about it, would like to practice it, but again, the belief, the relevance of it, unless and until they connect with themselves, it is going to be difficult. So that is why I asked, like, is it the same?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So one last question. I will keep on going otherwise. Okay. So any advice you have for our listeners who want to start their manifestation journey?
Yes, absolutely. So the topmost advice would be that don't be lazy.
Okay.
In manifestation techniques, use them, have a daily practice of your manifestations, and do these daily, intention setting. Then, having evening intention also, look back at what has happened and what did not happen, and then setting a tone for the other day also. Having this as a daily ritual, practicing gratitude, not being lazy, and then also remembering to let go at the right time. That is very, very important. Be patient, be consistent with your practice, be committed to your own self. Yes, it will definitely come to you. This is what I want to tell everyone. The ultimate goal is that yes, it is going to come to you. But the timing of the universe may not be the same as that you have planned. Right. So that timing of the universe, let it be a surprise element, but at least
this concept very nicely that it is not what you want, it is when you get also.
exactly. Yeah. So when you get, then again be very specific with manifestation. By 2026, I want this. By 2025, February, I want to get married. This is how, and these are the characteristics of that person. This is the name of that person. So be very clear when you're visualizing. Be very specific of which Sunindita you want to marry. There are there are tons of Suninditas, right? So that's how you have to go into the specifics when you are visualizing during manifestation. Yes, it's definitely important, but I would just, highlight the importance of it. I've seen the kind of changes people have had before, having a practice, having a ritual, and after it. Yes, absolutely.
So, okay, if I have to sum up the discussions that we had today, okay, it is important that we have goals, but those goals should come with actionables also. Okay.
Yes.
The various myths is again similar. Without actionables or without taking steps, the manifestation will not come true. Okay. And one needs to have a lot of patience for their manifestation to come. Okay. As far as the techniques of manifestation is concerned, there are many: positive affirmation, visualization, practicing gratitude, and a vision goal. Board is there. We can either do everything or one by one, whichever we have more. We find it more relatable.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and we need to let go at the right time. Okay,
yes,
we need
very important.
Very important where to draw a line. Okay, and let it go. As far as the daily basics are concerned, we can do intentional setting, we can practice mindfulness on a regular basis, on a daily basis. Okay, practice small things like practicing deep breath and the gratitude practicing. Okay, and while doing so, if there is any there we are not getting any result, okay, we are the thread is breaking in between, so it's high time that we either reach out to someone in the family or in the friend circle, or we should also reach out to an expert who does that. Okay, and for beginners, don't be lazy. We just got disconnected, viewers. It was running so seamlessly till now. So, for beginners, don't be lazy. Have a daily practice. Practice gratitude. Let go at the right time. So, it is the same thing, which is, it's like one big circle where we have to do certain basic things. Okay. There is a technical glitch. So, let me have a look. Okay. Okay, so it cannot be added, it's saying. Um, Send invitation. Just give us a moment. Kanack.